A lot of the time in Minecraft, if you make a base with a storage room inside of it, you tend to spend most, if not all of your time in that storage room. And I do partake a bit in this problem because I do have a small-ish storage room here with a couple of basic items in relatively small quantities, but as a general rule of thumb, I do not enjoy having one place with where all the items I have are, because I just end up going there all the time and that's it. So I don't spend as much time looking at the build that I spend so much time working on. So I don't like that. As well as when people surround their main base with all the farms in the world, it just doesn't sit right with me. The world is your canvas. Paint the whole thing, not just a bit. But even with that in mind, I do also have a place where I put most of my items that are in bulk form, like something that I have chest upon chests upon chests. I needed a place to place them. And I don't have sound. Okay. Most of the time I leave my items where the farm that produces them is, so I go to that farm every time I need the items, because that's a good excuse to actually go visit that place. Right. But stuff like, I don't know, dirt, stone, stuff like that, I need a place to store it all, so that's where the windmill comes in. God, I thought that's a creeper as well. Now, the windmill itself is not so pretty. I just don't know what to do about it, because in reality windmills are actually quite ugly. So I'm not gonna work on the windmill itself right now, but I wanted to work on the surrounding area, because you might see why that is currently a problem. Most of the items that I have in big quantities are stored in here. And small tangent, I've actually built something like this on a server before, and I didn't add water at the bottom at that time when a friend of mine came, and I told him repeatedly, remember, walk slowly, and he was okay, I will walk slowly. First thing he does, and it wasn't with the button, it was just a hole. You then open the door and go in, and because there's wood all around, you don't realize that it's a hole, so he just fell and died. And I was like, what did I tell you? And he was like, you know. And then I explained it that it's kind of meant to scare people, so he was like, oh, so I theoretically used it correctly. Anyway, this is the place where I store a lot of the items. The idea of this place was to have these walkways that go from one end cave entrance kind of thing to another. I wanted it to go with the flow, not really dig into it. And I need a lot of black concrete for some projects. That's the general random items. Then there's the concrete, then here's the andesite, granite, diorite, then here I have some stone. There is a walkway that goes all the way up to the entrance. I just fly out of here because it takes way less time, but you can walk all the way around, and there is this nice little thing. And then you have here a button, and this one does open the door. Today what I want to do is to make the nether portal entrance safer, and I wanted to place it somewhere over there because I really want to see all of this sunflower. I love sunflower. I don't know why, it's cute. I wanted to place something over here and then have a nice walkway that takes you to there. I guess over here somewhere would be fine, because I don't want to walk that much. I mean, no, it, I'm not really big into efficiency, but at the end of the day, you need a bit of efficiency to not get bored. But one thing I want to do is that I want the building to be here and the entrance here, so you have to walk out of it and then turn right and you see all of this. Because if you go on the other way, you might not look so much at the sunflower field. I've been thinking about what I can build here because I needed something that would make sense, let's put it that way. And what I thought about is a barn, a simple barn, and then a walkway that gets there. But now that I'm sitting here, one thing that could be really cool would be to have a van with bees. That would be cool. That's an actual good idea. So I can make a van with a portal inside of it, kind of like I have at my villager temple, where I have a truck. So I can put the RV here, kinda, and then have a fence. I need a fence to surround at least my walkway, because if I come here at night, it's gonna be full of zombies, because I can't really illuminate that whole area, because it's full of sunflower, and I don't wanna... It would look out of place to have lights in a sunflower field. So I have to think about that, but that's not a big problem. So yeah, actually, change of plans. I wanted to make a barn. I think I'm gonna make a... Yeah, I'm gonna make a truck with bees. That's gonna be cool. Cars are not really my strong point. I never really had to build a lot of them, and it was never really an interest of mine. But I have a general idea of how I want this to look like. I think I need a portal there. So I think I'm gonna start from here and go this way. Okay. Does this look too big? It looks a bit. I think I'm gonna cut a block, and I think I'm gonna go with this. Hi, Piggy. Nah. Nope. This is way too tall. This is better. But it is a big square, and I do have to fix that. I think I know what to do there, but I have no idea what to do here. I could put some stairs there, but that's about it. I need the slabs there. Well, vents are kinda squarish, so that's not a big problem. Should I lower it one more? This is small enough so that the lack of detail is not as big of a problem. Could you shut up? I'm gonna come down there and I'm gonna take care of all of you. Okay? God damn it. Okay, let's see what we have here. I had the brains to block off the entrance here, and it's a mob fest. Good God. Those are killing each other. What about you? Can I light one of you up? Where's my flint and steel? It's upstairs, right? I should make a proper crossbow so that I can fire a couple fireworks here and just kill them all. It would probably be better. Perfect. That's a bunch of them. Come on, come on. Come on. Perfect. And my bow. Seems to be silence. This should... God, how many of you are there? This should at least... Oh, that's the whole thing? Does it go any deeper? Ah, no. But it should be far away. Perfect. Good enough. Okay then. Back to the van. The back is still a bit bland. I want blocks here, I don't want a window because you can... Actually the portal is all the way over there. I can add a window here. Okay. Let me get some glass and see how it looks then. I still need a bit more details to make this look a bit more decent. I was playing with a friend and it was night and we had to sleep, so I told him to sleep in here. And he said it looks like a crib, so he said no thank you and just left. I don't know, I wanted to share it with you. Does it really look creepy? I mean, kinda actually. I wonder how many of you got triggered because of this. I actually didn't realize it's not in line. But I'm actually not sure if I should put it in line. I think I have to put obsidian here as well because this is not okay, or at least something that has a different texture to the wheel. I could change the wheel as well, but I have plenty of obsidian. Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it like this. The glass feels a bit too tall, so I think I'm gonna lower it and add windows there as well. It doesn't feel as structurally sound as I would like it to. It feels bulkier, but that's exactly what I was going for, so it's not a problem. Feels a bit stronger, more like a car, and that means I should add stairs there. That would work. Much better, yeah. Should I do it now? Because actually I have to replace that. Kinda like so. I wonder if everybody who builds cars has this type of process where they just go back and forth until they feel like it looks passable, because I can say this looks very well. What are some standard stuff I could add to this? How can I make one of those things that goes out? Because my father actually has one of those on 2 cars or just one? I think just one. He's a beekeeper as well, if you're wondering. He doesn't have a car like this, but he does have a van. Hello! Do you sell anything good? That's okay. I am gonna buy that actually. You never know when you need some coral, so I tend to buy some whenever one of these comes by and sells me some. You can go now. I don't need you now. I've added that, this, and I want a bit more. It's really shaping up. The string annoys me a bit, but I can't do much about that. I don't want full blocks. And from a distance, you know, if you don't look at it closely, it's fine. Looks like night to me. Come on. And that should be just about enough. It looks nice, it's fine. I don't want to spend the whole episode just working on this piece of backdrop. Is that the word? I think that's the word. Yeah, so I also have to link up this. What's 600 divided by 8? I'll be back in a moment. Remember when I moved this portal like 2 blocks over here? Yeah, this is dividable by 8. This is not. So basically I now have to link them up and hope I never put a portal close by. Should I don't wanna break this whole thing. Is that one 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and this might be. Okay, so I'm gonna have the portal in the front. This is not a problem for me. It's fine. It's 600 by 5 to 8. 5 to 8 divided by 8, 66. Thanks God. Okay, so I'm gonna link this one up instead of the other. Whew, I was sweaty there for a moment. And this should just about work. This was north, perfectly. Okay, so this works. I can take down the other. You can see it from outside, but it's not at all a problem. You probably could have seen this one as well. That probably makes sleeping easier to not have this right next to your head while you sleep. Makes driving weirder, but this is gonna stay here for a while, so it's fine. This is weirdly peaceful. Now I should get the bees. Let the bees out. Here under the house I have, I can't say abandoned mine shaft because I still sometimes use it. I just don't need to mine all that much, so I don't use it often. And I have a bee farm here. Now this bee farm is kind of out of commission. At some point it got flooded, I don't remember exactly, and I just didn't fix it because I have more than enough honey for a good while. I might need some more at some point, but I'll cross that bridge when I get there. So I'm gonna take from here like, I don't know, 5 hives with bees in them. They really should have a way to see if there are bees in this or not. I think there's mods for that, but I'm not sure. Okay, so what happened, I think, is that it started raining and all of them went in their hives, which worked for me. Okay then, let me get like 5 of these. 2, 3, I think that's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Should I get more? And let me take an entire row, it's fine. And block all of this off. And I should have my hives here. Okay. I should put them somewhere so I know these are the ones with the bees in them. I've talked to my father a bit, and apparently you should put them with the back against the north and with the face against the sunflower, or the flowers in general, whatever field you have at your disposal. Problem is that would mean I would have to place them here with the north there and the field there, but I don't want to place them there. So what I'm gonna do is place them here and expand the field over here as well. I wanted to expand the field either way, so that's not a big problem for me. Okay. And apparently you also should... Can I place them? Okay, with the face against me. Apparently 1 meter between them is a bit much, but at the same time I can put them next to each other. Something else I should do is that I should leave 2 meters between the rows and not place it here but here to have kind of this checkerboard pattern. Like so. Okay, they should go to the flowers. And those are going off into Narnia, which is exactly what I feared. I still have more bees back at the old bee farm. So, you know, if they all disappear, I am gonna to bring some more and tie them down. And I'm gonna break a few flowers over here so they don't have much of a reason to come to this area. Seriously, where are you going off into Narnia? There's a big sunflower field right there. Where are you going? God damn it. I at least hope they will come back to the hive, I mean. What are you gonna do over there? I've placed in the hive. Why is there a hive missing? Regardless, I've bred the bees a bit, so I have quite a few of them, even if a few of them fly away to God knows where. I'm still gonna have a few of them running around to add a bit of life to the build. And what I want to do now is expand the field over to this way and all as much as I can basically. I have a bunch of sunflower left in here, but if I'm gonna need some more, I'm gonna make a small contraption to get some more. And I also need to terraform this part a bit. I want to, instead of the hill going kinda like this, I want to go still a bit roundish but closer to the car, so it's more of a straight path. And I want to make it steep enough so the mobs that will spawn in this area won't be able to climb up, but I still don't know what to do on this side because I'm gonna have a bunch of mobs in this wall area and I don't really want to add a fence, although I might fence in kinda the windmill and the bit around it. That might make sense, because if I fence in this whole thing, how did the car get here, right? Theoretically you could say, you know, it's a semi-permanent place to stay, but it doesn't feel right with me. So I might, I don't know, yeah, I really don't know, but I want to do a time lapse out of this. So can I break this without the bees getting mad at me? I'm gonna leave it like this. this should be the end of it. I think it looks good enough. I might end up working a bit more on the surrounding area because it looks a bit barren. There's really not a lot to look at. Even just some simple trees going around the place might add enough to the build. And I think the next episode will be a world tour because I've decided that my birthday will be the birthday of the map as well, because I forgot when I made it, and that has passed, so I should probably get working on that. I really love how massive the sunflower field is. I mean, it's so massive. The bees are cute. I think they add just a tad to the build, but it's enough. This area is not quite Minecrafty, let's call it, but my main purpose was to make it so mobs can get here, especially creepers. And I think you saw one there and one here exploding while I was building this, so I really have a good reason to have this in place. But yeah, that's just about it.